I have made more than 90 of these BlazBlue rambling videos. Like, well, most of them are not rambling, and they're not all BlazBlue. But I did make almost 90 of these rambling videos, and it's crazy. Like, ugh. Like, I told myself a while back, I was like, man, I wonder if anyone else is going to just ramble and talk about BlazBlue on the internet. Like, no one ever did that over 10 years. And I was like, I might as well take it upon myself to talk about it. I mean, I ain't the best video editor, and I ain't get the best video quality, but hell, I did it. And, you know, as much as I love BlazBlue, I do make a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and lie that I don't. And when I post my videos, some people do correct me, and I definitely can understand that because I did get the information wrong. I mean, as much as I love BlazBlue, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with the stuff, and you know, I do make a ton of mistakes, especially in my videos. I don't really script my videos per se because I've done scripting before in the past, but scripting ain't me, you know. I mean, I love to write, but scripting is not something I like doing because it takes away my more natural sense of it instead of just reading off a piece of paper. I mean, you guys hear why I stutter a lot. It's because I don't read off a script. I don't do script reading. I take a general idea of what I want to talk about, and I just talk about it over the mic. That's pretty much it. But I do make a lot of mistakes, and I have made a lot over the course of me making my videos. I have made a lot of mistakes, and I'm not going to sit here and admit that I haven't. Like, I did some misinformation, some speculation that wasn't right, but, you know, I mean, we all make mistakes. It's just I make more than many. And I just wanted to cover some of my mistakes I made on my videos and misconceptions and stuff like that. I'm also going to put a disclaimer here. I am not really a fact channel. I'm not. I don't. Well, most of my channel is just Let's Plays, but I'm not really a guy that tells people facts about BlazBlue. I just talk about it, you know. And my mindset is to when I talk about this on the BlazBlue stuff, my mindset automatically thinks that everyone else knows what I'm talking about. I don't go like, oh, this is fun fact of all these BlazBlue stuff. I did 2 episodes by it, but I quickly stopped doing that because it's just I'm not the kind of guy that gives out facts. And even one of my fact videos, I made a mistake in. So, yeah, I'm not a fact kind of guy with the BlazBlue stuff. I just talk about it, and I expect that whoever watches the videos know what I'm talking about. And, you know, when they do correct me, I was like, yeah, I get it. I understand why I messed up. So I want to go over some of my mistakes, and the crap I said in my videos and I kind of messed up on. So here we go. So let me get started with my S videos. Now, when I used to talk about S, I usually said, "Oh man, she's like a, she was a what you call it? I called her something. Oh yeah, I called her a copy of the original S from the X-Blaze world that was made through the Azure." And that was a massive mistake on my part. I don't know where I got that from, but I think I was looking up TV tropes one day, and I think they had that on there. And when I took it to heart, it just stuck with me, and I completely didn't think about what I was talking about. It took to someone calling my ass out and me having to go all the way back to the game and learn that, okay, S was a puppet. Susan always simply called S a puppet created by the Azure. It's up in the air if it's the same S, but it most likely is, and you know, yeah, it was really dumb of me to assume that. I kept thinking about that because I always thought that if it would make sense if S was just a copy of the original, but it would make even less sense that way. Like, if she was actually a copy, you could understand why she's a little bit different than her original counterpart, but it's not. It reminds me of one of the thing, like, it reminds me of, like, Final Fantasy 13. If everybody doesn't know about Final Fantasy, I'm sorry, spoiler alert here, but there's a character, the main character of Final Fantasy 13 named Lightning, and in her last game, she was pretty much stripped of her emotions, and pretty much in a way, and, like, that's what I thought that, like, S could have been. Like, if S was a copy of, like, the original one, I could totally understand, but she's not. She was, all System really called her was a puppet, and I was like, yeah. I was like, where the hell did I get this copy theory from? I think I blame TV shows because I think I took that to heart, and then, like, I mean, hell, if S was, like, originally was a copy, I can understand why she doesn't have interest with 9 or Celica in any of the games they're in. And I was like, you know, it makes sense. It started to make sense to me, and I just rolled with it. And I was like, it's not. But I'm glad somebody called me out, because if I didn't, I would have been saying that forever without doing any concrete research. Because, like, as I said before, I just talk about a general topic on my mind. I don't actually just do research on this stuff. Like, unless it was like my BlazBlue my mythology video, I did research on some of that. But yeah, it was a good thing somebody called my ass out, because I would have been thinking about that forever, and it would have worked. Okay, so I made my video about how if Terumi didn't exist, there's a bunch of things that would have happened, like a butterfly effect. And I didn't take into account that I remember talking about, oh, if Terumi didn't exist, the NOL wouldn't exist. Now, while that is true, I did make the video called if Terumi died at the end, like, at the Dark War. Like, if he died at the very end and never came back, right? So, like, it made no sense to why I said that, because the NOL was invented before Terumi was pretty much taken out, because it had the old LN had merged with the Mages Guild at that point, which became the NOL. And then after Terumi died, then the hierarchical cities would have been made. So even then, the NOL would have still been made. And technically, yeah, that would have really happened, because I was like, God damn it, I made a mistake right there, because I kept making a big deal about, oh, if Terumi exists and NOL wouldn't exist. Now, that would be true, but I did say that if Terumi died at the end of the Dark War, if that, you know, and if he died at the end of the Dark War and never came back, you know, but the NOL would have been there. So the whole video was pretty much based on a lie. Like, I mean, there's some things that still wouldn't happen if Terumi wasn't around. I will admit that, but like the whole starting point of the video was a complete lie. And I was dumb. I said that, man. I was like, God damn it. I was so stupid, because if Terumi was still around, the freaking NOL would still be around, because he created before he died. So, yeah, that was my fault. That was, Now, the whole, it being like, Sector 7, like, Sector 7 still exists, because Sector 7 will still be created before the NOL created, but then, you know, it got absorbed into the NOL, you know what I mean? So, and then it split away again. So, like, yeah, it still wouldn't have worked, because, like, like, it's just weird. I messed that one up real bad, because I was like, oh my god, dude. Like, that whole video was based on a lie, because if Terumi died at the end of the Dark War and never came back, the NOL will still be around, because it was created before his passing. His theoretical passing, at least. And I was like, god damn it, I normally make these videos and don't think about what I'm doing afterwards. That's why I make a bunch of dumb mistakes, and hell, I mean, I can't even trust myself. Like, so most of my videos are alright, but there are some that I was just dumb about. And yeah, like, all that butterfly stuff, I don't feel like deleting the video, because that's just like, I want people to call my ass out for that one. But nah, that was yeah, that was a dumbass mistake on my part. Like, there's a bunch of other things that would have happened if Terumi still wasn't around to the Dark War. I will admit that, but like, the NOL thing and the whole starting point of what I did and the Sector 7 and all that, yeah, that was a complete and utter lie. That was my bad. That was really my bad. I should really plan my videos more. I think I really can't. I guess I could call this one jumping the gun. There was like this whole thing about cross tag where they show off these little acrylic stands and pins and stuff about how, the two unrevealed characters, like, wait, before we start to guess who the last 5 characters for 2.0 were, and there was 2 pins about BlazBlue, and there was one that had Celica and Terumi, and it turned out to be Susanoo instead. Now, I don't know if I should count this one as a mistake, but I did jump the gun super early, and like, it just, I don't know if I could call it me making a mistake, but I technically did, but it was just pretty much me jumping the gun and turned out to be Susanoo anyway, which threw me off. Like, I thought it was going to be Terumi, but, you know, it was Susanoo instead, and yeah, you can make the argument that Terumi is Susanoo, but that's not really what we got here. I mean, if it was Terumi, we would have got Terumi, but it was Susanoo. I don't know if that was, like, on purpose or anything, or I don't know if that was just, like, a last-minute change. I feel like, okay, they were going to put Susanoo in anyway, but I jumped the gun and said it was Terumi, so, yeah, that was a video mistake I made. I really gotta plan out these videos more, because I don't like scripting, but I need to make a general idea of what I want to talk about. You know, I don't like making fact videos. I don't make fun fact or informative videos, because I'm not that kind of guy. I make a ton of mistakes, and I don't want to, like, mislead anyone to thinking a different way, because that was me being stupid, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to, like, give the wrong information, because people scramble around for BlazBlue info all the time. And I don't want to be that guy that gives misinformation because of my own stupidity. I don't want to do that. That's not fair to them, because they can easily get things wrong and have misinformation and crap like that. And I don't want to do that, because I do that a lot, and I even have misinformation of my own that I start to believe after a while, and I hate for anyone else to suffer through that. Now I can't really call this as a major thing per se, but I did make a BlazBlue video about yesterday after this recording, and it was talking about Saya and her split. I don't know if it was the Saya one. I think it was with the Prime Fields. And I had a conversation about what Relius said about the 5th Prime Field device and how it related back to Saya Terumi. Now, I'm not going to lie here. I still personally believe that what I said was right. That's just my opinion, and people can disagree with me. I'm cool with that because I like to encourage discussion here. But there was some things that I was talking about how it didn't kind of stuff kind of lined up because I remember Relius' conversation with Essential Fiction. He was talking about how Prime Field number 5 was a perfect copy of a vessel. A perfect copy of a woman he saw a while back, and he called her a monster. He said that she could devour souls of people and took that power for her own. And I started to think more about I started to go around who could possibly be, and stuff kind of lined up to being Saya Terumi, and it seemed a little bit odd. If it is, I don't know who else could it be other than Saya Terumi, unless Mori will bring in a whole new character with the exact same abilities as Saya Terumi. Now they didn't say they did say that Saya Terumi could absorb souls. Well, with the soul, she could take the souls, and because she was she hadn't really that much strength, she took the souls, and she didn't exactly take their power, but she took their strength to add to herself to keep her strength up, and I was like, okay, well, who else could it be? And she was later devoured by her brother. And my guess, it only could have been Saya Terumi and Naoto, because it just seems to line up a little bit too well. Now, if Mori brings up a whole new character with the exact same ability, with the exact same powers, then I'll eat my words. I'll totally do that, because I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I can admit when I'm wrong. I do, as I said before, I make a lot of mistakes in these videos, and some of these things haven't even been said yet. It said that that she was eventually devoured or consumed, or she was defeated and consumed by her brother. Now, as a Bloodedge Experience, there was no major battle between Saya and Naoto, really, and he's never actually defeated her yet. As of this moment, Saya's been pretty much taken away by Relius and Valkenheim. They took her back to the Mitsurugi Agency, and that's pretty much what we know of. So I don't know if this is happening in Bloodedge Experience 3 or any other mainline game or whatever they're going to pull off with, because the thing about all of this is there's a bunch of stuff in Essential Fiction that talks about what's going to happen later. I mean, Naoto had already met Hazama in his world. That's what Naoto at least said. But Hazama then jumped into the cauldron and ended up in Naoto's world until CF. We didn't know that. Naoto also did say that he met an ally of justice that looked like Hakumen, but it was a female, and we haven't seen that yet until technically CF's ending. Where Tsubaki maybe hiding behind that tree. Well, it is Tsubaki, but we don't know what she looks like. But if he said she looks like looks like Hakumen, then that's my guess. Now, all this is theory cracking. I'm not saying this all is fact. I'm not trying to say that Saya Terumi is the exact one, but it lines up a bit too well. But as I said before, my guess is that was it. All this stuff they said, because Relius said that she was this monster, the girl, could amplify Seether, and I haven't heard or read of Saya Terumi actually amping Seether yet. So that's something that hasn't happened yet. It's either something that hasn't happened yet, or it's a completely different character with the exact same abilities. And considering Mori makes a lot of clone characters, I wouldn't be surprised that if it wasn't Saya Terumi, it could be someone completely different. And if it is, I'm not gonna be shocked, but I'm not gonna be surprised either. I'm like, okay, well, if it's not Saya Terumi, then whatever. But considering the fact that Saya Terumi does look Izanami and all this stuff kind of lines up to me, I personally still believe it's still Saya Terumi, and all the abilities that were said by Relius, or all the events that were said by Relius, hasn't happened yet as a Bloodedge Experience 2. My guess is that it is Saya Terumi. That's what I'm going with for now. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here and be like, oh, it's true, it's true, it's fact, it's the gospel. But no, I'm just using a theory here because that's all I can do right now. All this crap hasn't even happened yet, but it seems like Saya Terumi. It seems like it's going to line up to a little bit too well. But hell, if it's not, then it don't matter. It don't freaking matter. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Like, it's a theory. If it's when the facts come out, then I'm cool with it. If it doesn't, whatever. It ain't no big deal. But yeah, in conclusion, I do make a lot of mistakes in my videos, and I aim to correct it because I need to do more research before doing these videos. Now, I kind of go into I kind of start making the videos with the ideas like, yeah, I already know all this stuff. I played BlazBlue a lot. I should know this crap. It's stuff I just should know already. But no, those are like the main mistakes that come to my head the most because I start thinking about them more. Now, I scanned through most of my other videos again, and I don't make that many mistakes. There was like one that really wasn't significant enough to actually put in the video. It was too. It was like really small, but it was like more me just stuttering again. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I get everything perfect, because hell no, I'm not gonna like. But like, all I can do is sit here and just theory craft and, you know, make stupid videos by me stuttering into a microphone, because that's all I can do. But as I said before, I don't like to try to go out and do fact videos anymore, because, you know, I'm not the best at doing this. And even after playing BlazBlue for almost a decade, I make mistakes. Okay, I do make mistakes, and I really should, like, you know, try to do more research and crap before I start making these videos, because even I don't know everything. And people should not come to me expecting that I know everything, because I don't. I just talk about what I know about BlazBlue into a mic. That's all I do. I just talk about it, because I mean, hell, like, I don't like doing scripting, because scripting would give me more info to work off of, because I'll have it all on paper, but I just can't do that. Like, I can't do scripts, because I don't mind writing out a script, but I feel so wooden and hollow when I talk like that. And yeah, I'm not very good at ad-libbing, like, scripts either. I just like to talk, like, just talk. You know, I just don't want to be hindered by it. Hindered by a piece of paper a text on a screen telling me what I should say. But other than that, I feel as though, like, as I said before, please don't come to me looking for information. I just talk. That's all I do. And I don't mind people leaving my channel for this stuff, because I can't blame you for this. I honestly can't blame you if you're looking for me to get information from. I'm gonna say that you're not gonna get any from me. You know, you got the wiki out there, you got other people who talk about it. I'm not the best person. I just want to talk about my experience with BlazBlue and what I know, and that's all I can really say. See y'all next time, if anyone's still around to watch this video. I'm sorry about this, guys. I just really had to make this video because I do make mistakes. I mean, I make mistakes, I say misconceptions, and I feel like I should be a lot better at this, because I've been doing this. I've been in BlazBlue for so long. I should really be more, you know, just be better about this. Better about this stuff, you know. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna end this video. I'll see you all next time. Hope you all have a great day, and I am out. Goodbye.